to my channel. So today I am going to show you my outside world subway map, and please excuse the other tab. I was just trying to record with my audio. But anyways, let's just get right into it. So first, we're gonna begin with the T train. The T train runs from Indian Road all the way down here to South Ferry with the F. Now, this goes via Broadway 7th Avenue. So this would basically be taking the 1 train's route, except it's not terminating at Van Cortlandt Park. It's terminating at Indian Road, which is in Inwood, Manhattan. And I used the MJ train from 145th Street to the MJ train to, I believe it ends where? Oh, I honestly don't know. I think, yes, it ends at Barclays Center, which is where, what is it called? Where Atlantic Avenue is currently located, served by the Eastern Parkway line, the Brighton line, and the 4th Avenue line. So next, I'm gonna talk about the 4 train in the outside world. The 4 train in the outside world starts at Queensboro Plaza, and then it goes to 4th Street with the G train, and the 2 train terminates at Union Street and 59th Street. So it's pretty much an R train, except it would connect at 9th Street. This is 4th Avenue, where 4th Avenue 9th Street is currently located. 19th Street, 25th Street, 36th Street, 45th Street, 53rd Street, and 59th Street. Okay. Next, the 5 train runs from Queensboro Plaza with the 4. Then it goes to Nostrand Avenue with the J train. And the M train, I would say it would be a Franklin Avenue shuttle, but it's not. It doesn't go via Franklin Avenue. It's like I would say it's a shuttle. So it stops at Washington Avenue, Clermont Avenue with the 5 train, and Prospect Place with the K, which I'll talk about later. And the 4 and the 5, they basically go along today's Broadway line, which is served by the NQRW trains. And there is no service between Whitehall Street, and I pretty much sent the F to go via the Montague Street tunnel. And I believe the F terminates up between Barclays Center and 125th Street. And the K train runs between 125th Street. It goes along the future planned 2nd Avenue line, the 2nd Avenue subway. So it goes via the Manhattan Bridge, which shares 2 stops with the 4 and 5 trains. And then I believe, the K goes to Coney Island, so it goes to Barclays Center, Flatbush Avenue with the K, with the L, Tillery Street, York Street, and it goes via the Manhattan Bridge, and this is Cherry Street. And I think the MJ goes via the Brooklyn Bridge. And this is Tillery Street. And the MJ runs between Barclays Center, like I said earlier. And the K runs between 125th Street via 2nd Avenue, and the F train also runs via 2nd Avenue. And the F train runs between Barclays Center and 125th Street. The K train runs between 125th Street and it's down here. It runs to Coney Island. And the G train runs between Church Avenue like normal in real life. But there is a change that it goes in Manhattan, and I believe it ends right here at Houston Street and goes via the East River. Next, we're gonna be talking about the Park Avenue line, aka today's Lexington Avenue line, which is served by the 4, 5, and 6 trains, but in the outside world is served by the R and the E trains. So the R and the E go to 125th Street, just like the F and the K, 116th, 110th, 103rd, 96th Street, 86th Street, 77th Street, Hunter College. And it will connect with the 4 and 5 trains at Lexington Avenue, 59th Street, continue down 51st Street, Grand Central 42nd Street, 33rd Street, 28th Street, 23rd Street, Union Square, Astor Place, Bleecker Street, Spring Street, and Canal Street. It didn't continue onto Brooklyn Bridge. Actually, maybe I'll do that actually. Okay. I'll put it there. There. That's nice. Okay. Next, the W train runs on today's Central Park West line, which is served by the A, B, C, and D trains. It runs from 155th Street in Harlem to Columbus Circle with the T and MJ trains, and connecting with the MJ train at 103rd Street. So yeah, that's that. The F train also stops at today's Hanover Square. No, not today's, like back then. And the T will operate there now. After we have to wait like a few years. And the MJ train also runs to 145th. I didn't want to. It would basically be taking today's 3 line, except it ends at 145th, and the 3 train ends at 148th. So yeah, that's a change. Next, I think we can talk about the J. Okay. Actually, we're going to talk about the Rockaway Beach branch and then the J. So, the Rockaway Beach branch is served by the D and the Q trains. I tried to make this as realistic, and the D ends at Far Rockaway, and the Q goes to Rockaway Park. And this is not the straightest. I mean, this is Rockaway. Did I spell Rockaway wrong? I think so. And the D, they stop at today's A line stops, like Howard Beach, JFK Airport, Aqueduct Racetrack, Rockaway Boulevard. Woodhaven Boulevard is, I think it's served by the J and Z trains. I'm not really sure. I think so. And the D splits off and goes right here to Eastern Parkway with the Z. And the Q continues until it connects with the J at Woodhaven Boulevard. And then the Q continues to Greenpoint Avenue in Sunnyside. And now we can talk about the J train. The J train runs between 75th Avenue and Forest Hills, which is now served by the E and the F trains, but served by the J in the outside world. And it kind of goes along its route pretty much. It makes like 2 stops in Brooklyn. Like North Brooklyn. And then it makes a stop at Avenue C and Stuyvesant Town. Union Square. Cooper Union connects to Astor Place. I just made that for fun. Houston Street. I connected with the G train. Canal Street. City Hall, Century Street. Park Row. Battery Park. And it shares 2 stops with the L train, Columbia Street and Borum Place. And then the J continues down here, Bergen Street, Carroll Street, Smith 9th Street, and going along today's Culver Line. 4th Avenue, 7th Avenue, Prospect Park, Grand Army Plaza, Brooklyn Museum, and Nostrand Avenue. Yes. And Kingston Avenue. And it terminates at Eastern Parkway, Utica Avenue, which is, today it's served by the 3 and 4 trains, and today it's called Brown Heights, Utica Avenue. Next, we're going to do the L train. The L train, both of this and stops are in Brooklyn. It kind of doesn't go through Manhattan at all. So the L is just the Brooklyn thing. From Fort Hamilton Parkway with the G train. Splits off at 11th Avenue, 7th Avenue. It keeps continuing connection with the 2 train at 19th Street. Connects with the J train at Columbia Street. Shares 2 stops and Borum Place. And then it continues right here. It goes to Elm Place, Flatbush Avenue, DeKalb Avenue, Washington Avenue where it connects with the M train, Nostrand Avenue, DeKalb Avenue, Gates Avenue, Utica Avenue, Eastern Parkway, Utica Avenue, Empire Boulevard, Clarkson Avenue, Tilden Avenue, Avenue D, Kings Highway, Flatlands Avenue, Avenue N, Utica Avenue, and Kings Plaza. So yeah, the K goes to Coney Island, like I said earlier. And there's no really like a train serving this lower Brooklyn side. I think that's the way it's kind of set up. But yeah. Next, do I have anything left? I hope I do. I think is that all I had to show? Oh, I forgot about the 11 and the N trains. So the 11 train runs between 69th Street and Woodside, and then it goes to Brooklyn, Maurice Avenue, Grand Avenue, Lyot Avenue, okay, Metropolitan Avenue where it connects with the N train, 67th Avenue, Myrtle Avenue, Halsey Street, connect with the Z train at Halsey Street, and ends right here at Utica with the L. And the N train runs between Grand Street and Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Flushing Avenue, Fresh Pond Road, connecting with the 11 train at Metropolitan. 80th Street. The N is probably the shortest. And it goes to Metropolitan Avenue with the Q. Did I forget anything? And I know this actually might not be a possible one. I think it's pretty convenient for the G train to stop on Williamsburg Bridge, connected it to the Z. And I like the curve. And the G train also stops at Bartle Pritchard Square, and the K stops at Grand Army Plaza. I always have to find these. But anyways, I think that's all that I want to show you. I spent so much time on this map, so I don't even know if I missed anything. But if you saw something that I didn't say in this video, please let me know in the comments, or probably closed. But yeah, just email me. Okay, bye.